Welcome back everyone to Golden Boots, and today is my video review about the Adidas F50 Pro Turf Laceless, and let's get started. 233 grams for the boot in size 7.5 US, 25.5 centimeters. So this one is almost the same weight as the Laceless version, which I previously weighed at 235 grams. In general, the difference between the two is negligible. The only thing that the brand has changed is the tongue, which have been converted from compression fit tunnel tongue into knitted laceless one. However, the tightness of the laceless version needs to be much better to ensure the stability in long-term use. I can confirm that this elastic tongue is extremely high quality, very similar to the Elite Laceless version, which I don't have here to show you guys, but it is really similar. If you have used the X-Ghosted, Speed Portal or Crazy Fast and feel good about them, you can accept this F50 one, which has the plasticky style upper. I know there are some people who play some games and couldn't get used to the sturdiness of the boots, said they don't like the plasticky feel. But for me, this style of upper is definitely my taste. In the break-in period, I could feel the softness quickly. The combination of low pointed toe box, which is wide and tight enough, match my foot shape very well. As I always mention in my videos, I'm a big fan of textile material, so this tongue is a plus point for me. Not to mention the experience, I have to say the material and the structure on a pair of turf football boot like this is brilliant. This upper is steel coat fiber touch with spring wrap technology embossed on the surface. Especially on this colorway, when you on pitch, the decoration will be shiny under the sun. To be more specific, I feel like this laceless version is a bit softer than the latest one. Not too much, but if you have both versions there to compare, you can feel that. The original insoles are comfort and there will be no speed insoles to replace. The midsole and outsole remain the same as the previous colorway, still the soft and bouncy light stripe midsole, but these red ones are softer when touching than the white and pink one. I'm wondering if it will be less bouncy. There is one more thing about these red colorway is that the soles are no longer transparent like the previous colorway. The material looks like the Lick version. But whatever it is, this is the F50 Pro. The Pro tier still had the good responsiveness from the outsole. When I put on the boot, it was quite difficult to do it because the opening of the collars were quite small. It's a bit tight in the midfoot and the internal liner are a bit frictional, so when I put them on for the first time, I had to use the shoe horn to support me a bit. In my opinion, it will take from 2 to 3 games to make it easier for you guys to put the boot on easily. For those who have slim or narrow feet, I presume it will be easier. It really feels good the moment I put the boots on, and I agree that it should be tight like this to make it stable in long term. I'm wearing a size 7.5 US, but I feel like it's even tighter than the F50 Elite FG Laceless in size 7 US. So I changed the insole to the thinner one in order to feel more comfortable in break-in period. During that time, I didn't heat up my boot by using steam from boiling water, but this is one of the good tips to try if you want to soften the upper a little bit faster. I really love the boot form. It hugs my feet tightly from two sides to the toe box, and yes, the low toe box design is brilliant. But previously I had blister the last time I experienced the Laceless version, so this time I will be really careful with the heels area. It took me 4 games to really get on well with the boot. First, I replaced the original insole to the thinner one, and it took me 2 games to adapt with the boot. Just until the 3rd game, I could confidently say that they are now completely comfortable on my feet. The first 2 games was quite painful and my arches are very short. If you have wide feet, you should spend time breaking, and I highly recommend those who have thin and narrow feet to try these. After a while, if you feel loosen a bit, you can change the thicker insole later to feel more secure. The responsiveness of the outsole is still maintained. However, the midsole is not as bouncy as the previous colorway, but it still feels good. I think it's just I'm paying a little too much attention here, but it is what it is. Yes, it's softer. In my experience, I replaced the original insole with a thinner one from the beginning, so my heels didn't get blistered at all. I did feel hot and a bit of pressure on my heels in the first game, but in the end there was no blister. There are some people admit to having it, so in general, this model doesn't have a friendly heel to everyone. So you guys still need to be careful. For those who have problems with the color of the Laceless version, you feel not so tight fit, you feel uncomfortable with the rubber pit lick inside, then this Laceless version is a reasonable choice because the knitted tongue will fit your ankle tightly. Coming back to the feel of this upper, I still have to say after 4 games, it's a lot softer now in my experience. Thanks to the thin upper which made the ball feel so real, the toe box fits snugly around my toes, plus the spring web on the surface create a rougher surface for me to control the ball more confident. I have wide feet, so when they are in the boots, they stay stably in it and they will not shift to the side when changing direction. At the moment I'm using the Mizuno insole which have good friction and I like it. If you can have your feet shifting to the side because your feet is narrow, try different insole and socks which have better friction quality. Because it is important to care about the friction and lockdown of the Laceless football boot. The sturdiness and high friction of the internal liner will get the job done. But there are no laces, so the friction between your feet with the insole is also important. Up until now, the boots keeps a good form, so there's nothing to complain about when running and shooting during the game because the boot fits so snugly around my feet. In conclusion, I even like the Laceless version more than the regular Laceless one. I'm a big fan of knitted tongue. The boot overall bring me a snug fit feel around my feet from heel, ankle to midfoot and toe box. I am so excited to wear these. The Pro Laceless version is in my top turf football boots of 2024, so the Laceless version is definitely up there too. Although I like it, but honestly, the process of breaking this pair is not simple. Especially for wide feet people, I feel very tight at my midfoot in the first few games. But it wasn't until the 3rd game that I felt completely comfortable. For narrow feet people, this is a very reasonable choice for you, but some people have told me that they still have to spend time breaking rather than feeling comfortable right out of the box. I'm still using the thin insoles now because whenever I replace the original insole in, I still feel tight and uncomfortable at the midfoot. Since I use Mizuno insoles, I feel good lockdown because the original insole feels a bit slippery. When I change direction quickly, I feel my foot slide to the side. Not too much, but yes, I feel that, especially at the heel. I already changed the insole, feel stable now, then I don't know what to complain about this F50 Pro Laceless. I like this material, it gives me a good ball feel and good responsiveness, except that the breaking time is a bit long. I have heard a lot of feedback about this upper feeling plasticky. Some people have used it a lot but can get used to it. But in my opinion, I think you just need to spend more time. Sooner or later, this upper will soften. My feet are 25.5 cm long and 10.5 cm wide. For these, I'm going to the side at 7.5 US, 25.5 cm. So that's my video review about the Adidas F50 Pro Laceless Turf. If you guys try these and have different experience than me, please share your opinion in the comment section right down below. Right here you can see that the playlist of my video in English. Click if you want to see more. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.